Hello, Agustus. My full name is Agustus. I'm from class 20 Social 2. On this occasion, I will retell the story about Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, a brother and sister named Hansel and Gretel lived in a hut in the woods with their father. Their father was a poor woodcutter. His wife, the mother, he had died when the two children were very young. In time, the woodcutter married another woman, but she was not good and gentle. She was cruel and selfish. She wanted to be rich and she wanted to eat fancy foods like roast beef, mashed potatoes, peas, corn, lemon cakes, and exotic fruits from sunny lands. She was angry that they could only afford soap and bread for every meal. Soap and bread, soap and bread. Every day, soap and bread. I'm so tired of soap and bread, she complained. The stepmother was especially cruel to Hansel and Gretel because she believed they were the reason the families was so poor. You children eat too much. It's your fault they will only have soap and bread. She wanted the children gone. One day, while the woodcutter was out counting food, the stepmother killed Hansel and Gretel into the kitchen of their content. There is not enough food to make soup of for dinner, said the stepmother. We, we, we will all go hungry tonight. Go into the forest and pick some mushroom to make a mushroom soup. And now, where their pets mushroom grow. Then she gave them the moths confession direction. She called things off. She killed they will never be able to find their way home. Walk north for 2 hours. Walk north for 2 hours to left at the toll trash where it's for 20 minutes. Continue straight ahead, cross the stream, turn right onto the main road, go through the hole in the fence, walk under the bridge, and then the miles inside the forest you will find some mushrooms under a tree. Go now, so you can be back in time for dinner. Hansel and Gretel were scared. They knew the forest was deep and dark, and that it was easy to get lost. Don't worry, I have a plan, whispered Hansel to Gretel. He went to the back of the house and filled his bucket with white pebbles from the garden. Then the two children started walking, following their stepmother's direction. Every few steps, Hansel dropped a little white pebble on the ground. The walking for hours, but they did not find any mushrooms. It's almost night time. I'm scared, said Gretel crying. Don't worry, I can find the way home, said Hansel. Hansel waited until the moon was bright. The moonlight shone through the tall stairs and made his tiny white pebbles glow. They followed the trail of pebbles all the way back home. Their stepmother was furious. She didn't expect the children to find their way home. Little fools, where are the mushrooms? The stepmother shouted. Now we have nothing to eat. There will be no dinner for you tonight. Go strike to bed. The children went to bed hungry. The next morning, after the woodcutter left Woodward forward, the stepmother woke the children up. Wake up! Wake up, you little fools! Today is your father's birthday. I want to make him a apple pie for his birthday dinner. Go into the forest and pick some apples. This time I will come too. I know where we can find a big apple tree. She gave them a loaf of bread from their lunch and then she hurried them out the house. Hansel did not have time to collect any pebbles, but clever Hansel had a plan. He did not eat his bread for lunch. Instead, he tore it into tiny groups. Every few steps, they dropped a group to mark the path. To follow it, the stepmother down the path, around and corner and through the forest. Further, further, said the stepmother. They went deeper into the forest. They turned left. They turned right. Further, further, said the stepmother. Finally, they stopped, and the stepmother sat down to rest. She pointed to a very dark part of the forest. The apple tree is over there. The children walked deeper into the forest, but they didn't see the apple tree. Where? They killed it. Just a little further, killed the stepmother. Hansel and Gretel walking deeper and deeper into the forest, but they still did see the apple tree. Where? They carried a second time. Just a little further, replied the stepmother. His voice was very faint now. Hansel and Gretel walking and walking, deeper and deeper. No apple tree. Where? They call it a third time. But there was no tribute from their stepmother. She was gone. Oh no, we are lost, said Gretel. Don't worry, I have a plan, said Hansel. He turned around to feed the crows. By they were gone, the hungry birds had stolen every piece of bread. I'm scared with Gretel, and I'm cold and hungry, and I want to go home. Don't worry, everything will be alright, Hansel said, trying to be brave. But he was scared too. That night, the children slept in some soft boughs to stay warm. When they, when they woke up, the sun was singing, the birds were singing, and there was a sweet, delicious smell in the air. I'm so angry, said Gretel. I think I smell chickens. Look, said Hansel, pointing a horse. It was the strangest horse the had ever seen. The was looking like yellow lemon cookies. The window looked like they were made of chocolate. The roof looking like it was made of green and red candies. Hansel was starving, so he ran to the house and broke off a piece of the wall. This tastes like a lemon cookie, he said, surprised. Gretel grabbed it and breathed off a window and stuffed it in the hard mouth. This is chocolate. The children called, "No, stop eating. We'll stay here forever." Hansel declared, munching on the apple pea pods. They were they were just about to try a piece of the that candy door when it actually swung open. "Hello," said an old woman from behind the door. "Do you children like sweets? I have more inside the house. Come in, don't be afraid." The old woman looked at King and Fidelia, so that two children went inside. "Oh no, but I dare." That old woman was not Kit and Fidelia at all. She was an evil witch. As soon as Hansel and Gretel were inside, she slammed the door and looking in. The children were tripped. The witch gripped Hansel by his furs. "You are too dim," she said. "I much fatten you out before he ate you." Then she threw Hansel into a chair and locked the door. She turned to Gretel. "Foolish girl, you will do the household chores, I'll eat you too." Hansel began to cry. "Please don't eat me," he began. But Gretel stayed calm. "Don't worry, now I have a plan," whispered Gretel. Then Gretel snuck over to her brother and she gave him a treat. "Tomorrow morning, the fish will see if you are fed enough to eat. When she comes, give, give her his twig. Instead of your finger, she ordered. Sure enough, in the morning, the witch hobbled over to Ansel and cried, "Stick your finger through the jack. I want to see if you are fat enough to eat." Hansel hid out to dig. "You are still too dear," said complained. "Come here for good and give your brother more sweets to eat." This is continued for an entire week. Every day, the witch checking to see if Ansel was fat enough. Every day, Ansel held out the twig. Finally, the witch got tired of waiting. On the 18th day, she called to Gretel, "Come here, follow me, God, like the oven. Today, I'm going to eat roasted by wheat, carrot, and gravy. Check if the oven is hot enough to roast your brother." But clever little Gretel and another plan. She start she started to cry. But I'm too stupid. How do I know if the oven is hot enough? Can you show me? She asked. The witch stared and grumbled. "The celestial, I checked the oven myself." The witch bent down to look at the bright orange flames, and actually Gretel was hit her into the oven and slammed the door shut. Too, that was the end of the witch. Gretel unlocked Hansel checked. The children found a basket and filled it with chocolates and chocolates, peach and candies. Then they ran away as fast as they could. They could. They ran all night. They ran through the forest. They ran under the bridge. The great rock, the hole in the fence. The tulip left. The tulip cried. Left, right. Eventually, they heard the sound of someone counting food in the distance. It was the footsteps. The children ran to their father and hugged him and kissed him. He cried and cried, but he was actually very happy. "My sweet, sweet children, where were you?" Hansel and Gretel told the whole story. When he heard that their stepmother and abandoned them is the forest is furious and ordered the stepmother to leave the house immediately and never return. The night Hansel and Gretel and their father had a late birthday party. They ate all sweet from the basket. Cherry pie, the chocolate cake, green and red candies, blue lollipops, and gingerbread cookies. Later that year, Hansel and Gretel were visiting the bakery in town when they saw an old woman begging for coins. It was their stepmother. "Children, please help me. I'm still free." See Piggy. Gretel thought for a moment. She went inside the bakery and bought a small loaf of bread and a small bowl of soap. Here, Gretel said, solve and bread your favorite. Hansel and Gretel never saw their stepmother ever again. Thank you.